7.2 Independent Practice. Use the information given in the table to fill out the missing parts in each row. So this is pretty much like the independent practice that was done yesterday, only this time instead of only using unit fractions, we're using fractions that may have a number larger than 1 in the numerator, so a non-unit fraction. Number 1, model. State what the whole is, repeated addition expression, multiplication expression, and total. So just like yesterday. Number 1, the whole is one rectangle. So the whole is one of these rectangles. And the one rectangle is divided into 3 pieces. So we've got 2 of 3 and 2 of 3, or 2/3. So we have 2 repetitions of 2/3. 2/3 plus 2/3. The multiplication expression would be 2/3 times 2. 2/3 times 2 equals 4/3. If you were to count 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4/3. If you were to add 2 plus 2, you get 4. And 2 times 2, you also get 4 in the numerator. Number 2, the whole is one circle. One circle, we have 4 here, but the whole, just being the one circle, is divided into 4 sections. So we've got 1, 2, 3 of those 4 sections shaded in. So we have 3/4, and we have 4 copies or iterations of 3/4. So the repeated addition expression is going to be 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4. The multiplication expression will be 3/4. How many times did we add 3/4? Well, we added 3/4 4 times. So 3/4 times 4. Now, if you added all the 3's, 1, 2, 3, 4, you could count by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12. Or you could also see 3 times 4 equals 12. So we have 12/4. Now, you do not multiply or add the denominator. The denominator stays the same. Number 3, they are showing us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 iterations of 2/2. So let's go ahead. And our whole is going to be divided into 2. And the whole is one circle. So the whole is one circle, and if we have 2 out of 2 shaded in, 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2, and 2 out of 2, we have 2/2 plus 2/2 plus 2/2 plus 2/2 plus 2/2. So we have the multiplication expression of 2/2 times 5. Well, when you add those 2's up in the numerator, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, you get 10. Also, 2 times 5 is 10. And we keep our denominator the same. We do not change our denominator. Also, if you look back at the illustration or the model, 2/2 is the same as 1 whole. So you've really got 1 whole plus 1 whole plus 1 whole plus 1 whole plus 1 whole. And if you look over here, 10 divided by 2 equals what? It equals 5. So the fraction 10/2 is the same as the whole number 5. Side note. All right, number 4. You have the multiplication equation of 4 times 5/4. That must mean that we have 5/4 added together 4 times. Okay, well, we can easily figure out what the answer is by saying 5, 10, 15, 20, and keeping our denominator the same. It's a 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, so that's how we got that numerator. Like I said, denominator stays the same. Now we need to draw our model of 5/4 repeated 4 times. Well, that's kind of tricky. So for our model, we've got to draw fourths, but we're going to have to draw more than just 5 4 circles. And let me show you why. If we divide these into fourths, we still need to color 5 of them 4 times. So if I color in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 1 time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is 3 times. And I'm going to have to draw another circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4 times. That is 5/4 shown in our model 4 times. So really, 20/4 is the same as 5 whole, because 20 divided by 4 equals 5. That's just another side note. And we probably should be putting on here, and I didn't think of this last time, we should be listing the whole is 1 circle. Same with number 4, the whole is 1 circle. Okay, moving on to number 5. The whole is 1 hexagon. We've got 2 hexagons here. Now, if the whole is 1 hexagon, it's kind of hard to see, but these are pretty tricky. Well, we've got, I guess it's easy to know because we've got 1 left out of each one. So they're in triangles. So we must have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 triangles in one, 5 shaded. So we've got 5/6 twice. So 5/6 plus 5/6. The multiplication equation for that would be 5/6 times 2, or 2 times 5/6. You can write it either way. So when we add up the 5s, we get 10. Or if you multiply 5 times 2, you also get 10 in the numerator. The denominator stays 6. It does not change. So we end up with 10/6. And if we go back over here and count them, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 6 over there. Okay, number 6, they give us 20/8. 20/8. Well, we can pretty much choose whatever we'd like. So for 20/8, let's make this simple. Let's do, how about we do 5/8 4 times. 5/8. Nope, that won't work. Yes, it will. 5/8 plus 5/8 plus 5/8 plus 5/8. Do we get 20 in the numerator? 5, 10, 15, 20. We sure do. So 5/8 times 4 gives us our 20/8. Now over here, we need to draw 5/8 4 times. So I'm going to draw 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those need to be divided into eighths. So the easiest way I have found to do eighths on a circle is to draw a plus sign and then an X. So a plus sign, then an X, plus sign, X, and plus sign, and X. So we need to color shade in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each circle. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are our 4 iterations of 5/8. The whole is 1 circle. Okay, moving down to number 7. We've got 3/10 plus 3/10 plus 3/10. So let's go ahead. Tenths are kind of a pain to draw, so I'm going to use 3 rectangles, hoping that they're about the same length each. Okay, so then I'm going to divide my rectangles each into half, and then I just make 1, 2, 3, 4 lines to make 5 on one side, and 1, 2, 3, 4 lines to make 5 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, those pieces are not exactly even, but it's fine. You get the idea. So we need to color in 3, 1, 2, 3 of each rectangle. Okay, so we've got 3/10 plus 3/10 plus 3/10, which is 3/10 times 3. 3, 6, 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Our denominator stays the same. We've got 9/10. Great. Number 8. They are giving us 12ths. 3 times 4 12ths. So we know that is 4 12ths plus 4 12ths plus 4 12ths. The answer to this is 3 times 4, or 4 plus 4 plus 4. Should know that by now. 12. The denominator will stay 12. So we need to do 3 copies of 4 12ths. Okay, well, I am going to go ahead and do twelfths in rectangles. Okay, trying to keep them the same, but for twelfths, you can divide the rectangle in half and then to 4 pieces, and then each of the sections of 4 get 2 lines to make 12. Okay, so then I'm going to color in or shade in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are my 4 twelfths added together 3 times. Okay, now we've got number 9. We've got 2 times 8 over 8, or 8/8. So we know that is 8/8 plus 8/8. Well, 8 plus 8 is 16, which is the same as 2 times 8. So our numerator is going to be 16. Our denominator will stay 8. So if I'm going to do 2 copies of my 8/8 for my model, like I showed you before, plus sign, and then the X. Well, I'm going to be coloring in every single piece of my model because I have 8 out of 8, and the whole is 1 circle. I forgot to write the whole on numbers 7 and 8. So we'll do that. We'll go back and do that. The whole is 1 circle, so I've got 8/8 plus 8/8 equals 16/8. Well, look over here. Can you see that 8/8 is the same as 1 whole? So we've really got 1 plus 1. And when you get over here, this is an improper fraction. Fractions are another way to write a division equation when they are improper. So we've got 16 divided by 8. That equals the whole number 2, which our model over here shows us 2. Okay, so on 7, the whole is 1 rectangle, and same with number 8. There we go. Just think how prepared you're going to be to do your assignment with all this practice. Okay, number 10, 16/4 is what we're given for the total. So let's think about that. How could we get 16 in the numerator? I'm thinking in my head of factors of 16. There's quite a few different ways we can do this. I think I'm going to use fourths. So I'm going to do 4 fourths plus 4 fourths plus 4 fourths plus 4 fourths, because I know 4 times 4 equals 16. So 4 fourths times 4 is going to give us our 16 fourths. Now, when it comes time to do the model, all we need to do is draw 4 circles and divide them into fourths. And then each time we'll color in all 4 pieces. The whole is 1 circle. And if you look, 4 fourths is the same as 1, the whole number 1. So when you get over here, after you see that we've got these 4 wholes, which are also 4 fourths, times 4, you get 16 fourths. Well, 16 divided by 4 equals the whole number 4. Okay, that's all.